What's up, Netrunners? Welcome to PeachHack. My name is Ben, and joining me on commentary today is Randall. How you doing, Randall?
What's up, guys?
Yo, yo, yo. We are in the winners finals of the Giga-bites Cafe Store Championship, January 24th, 2015 in Marietta, Georgia. Both of these two players fighting through 5 rounds of Swiss, and then the top 8 cut. This isn't the grand finals, this is the winners finals, so one of these two players is going to make it to the grand finals where they'll battle out for that regional bye, as well as, well, I guess if they're this far, they already got a playmat and boxes and stuff. So there's also some great prize support at this tournament.
Oh, yeah. We got the store to contribute an Oregon Chaos box, $50 store credit to the winner, $40 for a second, $25 for the others, and then those fabulous store playmats that you see there.
Indeed. On the right, on the left, we have Kevin, who is running as Whizzard, who has 3 recurring credits you can use to trash assets. And on the right, we have Ahmed, who is corping as NBN Near Earth Hub, who gets to draw a card the first time they create a server every turn. And we're going straight into the game here. Now, Near Earth Hub, how are your feelings on Near Earth Hub as Whizzard?
This is a family-friendly podcast, so I'm going to hold back my comments on Near Earth Hub. Whizzard, though, I'm a big fan of. I actually took him to a store championship later in the series, and I'm not going to spoil how that goes. But I'm a big fan of Whizzard, especially right now with the RP being as big as it is and Near Earth Hub being as big as it is.
Yeah. Well, starting out for Ahmed, just a standard ice hedge fund, ice baby. And Kevin, starting out with a run on R&D, face plants into an architect, and that'll fire off with no icebreaker to take care of it.
I like the way Kevin plays. Kevin actually is one of the people that helped teach me Netrunner when I was first getting into it, and my strategy is almost always first turn, play a hedge fund if I have it, and then just run. What's the worst that could happen to me?
It's true. Or play a sure gamble as runner and then run.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Yeah, I find it usually helpful to get that money and then make those face plant runs, just in case you see like a sand in the trash. Ahmed, through Architect, decides to install a piece of ice over a new server and gets a free draw because he's NEH, and then installs an ice over RD. But Kevin does get the access, doesn't see anything. And then
he was so excited about getting an HQ.
Yeah, it looks like no res. I mean, it's a great point. If you've got nothing that you really need in your hand and no programs out there, then face checking ice can be pretty helpful. You can find you can find a Jackson Howard because they don't have enough money to res on their second run.
Yep. Extra tip is wherever you actually want to get into, run there second.
True.
If I actually have a Maker's Eye in my hand, I'm running HQ first and hoping that you make that mistake of resing that card.
And he was able to trash that Jackson Howard for free with his Whizzard credits, which is pretty nice, says Whizzard. Keep those 9 credits. Ahmed deciding to draw for his first click. Sweeps week, which I think that wasn't a super profitable sweep week.
It's only getting him 3, right?
Yeah. And ices up HQ.
I don't know. Hang on. He ran R&D. He ran HQ twice.
Yeah, okay. He ran HQ twice. He saw a beanstalk, by the way, on one of his second run. Which is a pretty interesting include. Kevin decides to continue checking HQ, hits a pop-up window, but no res on that second piece of ice. I wonder what that is. Or actually, it could be just that Ahmed is trying to keep money up in case he hits a biotic and a 3 advance agenda, so he could biotic that out, or sand, so he has enough money to fast advance.
Yeah, I don't get the big thing with pop-up, at least in Near Earth Hub. I mean, I understand that it's free money, and if I have traps in my deck, then I'm all about letting you in and letting you pay me to get in. But in Standard Near Earth, I would almost rather have in the run. Now, obviously, Ahmed's gotten much farther than I did in this tournament, so he probably knows a little better. But I don't know, it just seems a little odd to me that as widely played as it is.
Indeed. Kevin does dirty laundry on archives and gets some money, and then Ahmed, I think he just drew a sand and installed it and beanstalked, so he could be setting up for an agenda play, but he needs to actually draw an agenda first. Kevin checks that remote, hits an Enigma, loses a click, and ends the run. So that Sand is pretty safe right now. But he does get an E3, very interesting.
So when do we see the Darwin?
Yeah, is this? Do you know much about Kevin's deck? Is this a Darwin deck?
I don't know. I haven't seen it, but the only time I could think of playing E3 in an Anar deck is when you have Darwin, because that's Darwin's biggest drawback, is those 2 credits. I mean, I try to go around it by playing Magnum Opus for my economy, but E3 is kind of the next best option.
All right. I actually, now that I'm thinking about it, it could be he's playing Deep Red Overmind. With Deep Red giving him a ton of memory to give Overmind a bunch of counters.
And that does get a lot of play in the Atlanta meta. Like, I was putting in Swordsman into my decks even before Order and Chaos came out because that was so widely played.
Ahmed making a new server, getting a free draw, and playing in hedge fund. So he's got money. He just does not have that first agenda that he wants to score yet off that Sansan. He's got money to res the Sansan too. The magic number for the Sansan score is 8. Because you need to res the Sansan for 6, then install and advance twice. How will Kevin respond? Does he have an Overmind yet? Or whatever he's using as his icebreaker?
I don't think Ahmed cares at this point. I mean, Kevin only has 6 credits. Even if that is a Sansan down there, I would almost be perfectly happy with Kevin trashing it and wasting almost all of his credits.
Oop, there is an Overmind.
There is Overmind.
He gets a free inject. Overmind goes in the trash. Does he have any recurrence or recurl to bring that back? Because he also got some other good cards in there.
I mean, I gotta assume he does. Playing inject without any kind of recursion is a level of.
But does he have? Yeah, does he have it in hand? Is my question, I suppose.
Oh yeah. I didn't see it. Well, at least not what he got.
Something else I'll go ahead and say. Kevin.
Trashes that.
Oh, of course, yeah. Dirty Laundry, that pack campaign, you could trash it for only 1 real credit, so why not? One other thing I was going to say just about this game is that I did have a little bit of a hard time tracking Kevin's credits, so it might be off by 1 or 2 here or there. So don't take those credit counts as complete gospel, but it's pretty close. I got as close as possible. That's what happens when you put your credits in little piles. And here comes the Sansan, and I expect an agenda score. There's an install. There's twice. I don't think this is an Astro, though, given the hesitance. Oh, it is. All right. Oh, yes, that was the ice that was over Archives that he bonked.
Can't wait for Clot to completely destroy that sequence there.
Well, I mean, Clot wouldn't have protected him from this because he has no SMC or clone chip or anything right now. So that was still, even with existence of Clot, that was a completely legitimate play. We got an express delivery for Kevin. I wonder what he is looking for at this point. Gets to see 4 cards and draw 1. And I guess he didn't shuffle his deck sufficiently. And Ahmed just wants to shuffle a little bit more. Just in case. Kevin is one of the most manner players you'll see. He's very, very polite, very clear about whatever he does. And so he's willing to do whatever it takes.
Apparently Kevin's not happy with the way Ahmed shuffled his deck. He's like, whoa, 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 whoa.
And there's the cut. All right, we're all good. It is completely shuffled. So what did he expressly deliver is the question. There's another
There we go.
Now there's no deep red out there, so it only gets 3 counters. But he can get through the Enigma with what counter and an Overmind and 2 credits.
Right now, that's all that matters early game. Yeah.
And he can trash it with his recurring credits for only 2 real credits. Oh, Whizzard.
Loads up Katie again. She's got, what, 9 on her over there?
Yeah, she's getting loaded. So Ahmed's got that Astro counter. Will he be able to continue the train? Or will he need to dig? Looks like he just takes money for now.
Draws twice. Searching for recursion, I gotta assume.
It feels like Kevin is just digging for a lot of draws and then loading Katie.
Cotty?
Cotty, yes. Excuse me.
That's for you, Damon, in case you watch.
We've got an install and a free draw from Ahmed. is that an agenda, or it could be just a Jackson Howard for a free draw, or it could be another pad campaign. It's really disheartening playing an asset-based economy against Whizzard, because he just runs all of your face-down remotes and then trashes them for basically free.
Do you have first-hand experience with that, Ben?
I don't know what you're talking about. Daily casts, another nice bit of economy. So Whizzard has means to get money. He's got 12 credits on Katie and then a bunch of money on daily casts. And he does have a breaker, but he can only get through basically 2 pieces of ice with that overmind as is.
I mean, as soon as he gets through recursion, he really only has to get through 1. He has to get through that face-down card over there on archives. But he still needs his hardware. He still needs to go find deep red.
Yeah. And with the amount that that Ahmed is drawing and not installing agendas and scoring them right away, my guess would be, oh wait, we do have an install, then shipment from Sansan scores out that breaking news. Well, as I was saying, my guess would be that the agendas were probably more likely in R&D, and so you're going to want some R&D multi-access. But Kevin does pop Katie, brings him up to 17 credits, probably.
I don't know. What are your thoughts? Because, I mean, Ahmed could have several of them in hand. He could have some Beals.
That's true.
What are your thoughts on breaking up the train to get a Beal out there just to put pressure on?
If Ahmed has a Beal in hand, I feel like Ahmed's in a pretty safe place. I don't think he'd be willing to break up the Astro train with a Beal just to get himself to somewhat game point. Because then he'd have to find a Biotic or find a Sansan to fast advance out the last agenda. And when you've got the Astro on the table, it's a lot more safe to, I think, just get another Astro and fast advance it out. And I could be wrong, but I think Ahmed does have another Astro in hand. So we have a planned assault, Maker's Eye. And I think Ahmed is trying to decide whether to res that first piece of ice. Because Kevin can make it through with his 2 overmind counters. No res on that first piece of ice. Architect will require overmind to go up to 3, then pay a counter and another with overmind. Will get him through. You can see his 3 cards. Trashes a Sansan, very nice pull, with 2 real dollars and 3 recurring dollars.
Wait, did he only trash one of the break one of the subroutines?
He broke 2. He used an overmind counter in E3.
Oh, E3, okay.
Yep. The power of E3. I remember when I first saw E3, I was like, "What's the big deal? You could just break subroutines with $1." And I wasn't. But when you have abilities that you break subroutines with counters, or it requires $2 to quid for you viewers to break subroutines, then it can really speed up. We do have an install, and Sansan will get another Astro on the table, and Ahmed is at game point now.
And now you got to run the hand at this point.
Yep, and as soon as an agenda hits Ahmed's hand, that's not an NAPD, then it's his game.
I mean, that's the most frustrating feeling in the world. You can look in, and I've had games where I've seen NEH's entire hand, 4 cards. Mm-hmm. I could not trash anything, but I knew still that I was losing the next turn. Because they had fast track and pull out the fast track, use the to see your entire hand and go, I still know I'm going to lose. That's just a painful feeling.
There's a deep red and a mimic, which will for sure, the mimic will let Ahmed get into, will let Kevin get into R&D without using overmind. And the deep red will make his overminds even more powerful when they install. But Ahmed does have the Beal in hand, which he can score out of hand with Astro counter. So that is going to be game. A quick game out here in Winners Finals. Unfortunately, Whizzard was not able to keep up with NEH. And I think Ahmed was saying after the game that he just had an incredible draw. He had just exactly what he needed when he needed it.
I mean, Kevin couldn't find anything. You can't really fault him for that.
Sure. Well, that'll be it for Winners Finals. Ahmed is going to go to the Grand Finals, whereas Kevin will be going down to the Losers Finals, and he's going to face, I believe, Hollis is his next opponent. So we will see you there. That video will be coming out pretty soon. And Randall, thanks for joining me.
No problem.
Yeah.
See you next time.
See you next time.
But